satisfying overnight porridge with chia. I'm showing you the finished texture first because it's thick, creamy, and you get a proper bowl using only a 1/4 cup of oats per person. A quick heads up, this is my first proper POV video, so the camera work is, well, let's say a bit enthusiastic, so please bear with me while I tighten the filming as I go. But this porridge method, it's the best. So here's what we're making and why it works. The ingredients you can see on the screen. And yes, the salt stays, not because it's healthy or unhealthy, it's just, well, porridge tastes better with a pinch of salt. I'm not doing everything laid out on the counter. I'm walking about the kitchen, grabbing what I need. Oats from the shelf, milk from the fridge, measuring cup from the drawer. That's deliberate. This is how I actually cook day to day. It's an organised kitchen, grab and go, minimal fuss. Now this is an overnight method and it has 2 small cooking moments. The night before, 90 seconds. Into the pot, oats and chia first. Then I add 2 half cups of milk and 1 half cup of boiling water. Give it a good stir and bring it just to the boil. The second it reaches the boil, lid on, heat off. That's it. Night 1 is basically 90 seconds. What's happening here is really simple kitchen science, nothing mystical. Heat and water start hydrating the oats and the starch begins to swell and gelatinise. Then the resting time lets everything fully soak through and the oats to expand. And the chia, it helps because chia holds onto water very nicely indeed. So tomorrow you get creaminess and body without needing loads of oats. This isn't a biohack, it's just letting food do what food does when you stop rushing it. So lid on and we leave it overnight. Next day, only 5 minutes. It's the morning after. The first thing I want to show you is the pan. Look at this, nothing sticks. That overnight hydration makes a difference. Instead of dry oats trying to thicken while the pan's already hot, you start with a thick, settled base that's already partially hydrated. Now we loosen it. In goes the rest of the liquid. 2 half cups of milk and 1 half cup of boiling water. I start stirring with a spatula, mainly because it's good for releasing the bottom stuff and folding the thicker porridge to absorb more liquid. I switch to a light whisk. Not overly aggressive whisking, but firm nonetheless. Just enough to break up any clumps and get the texture smooth. Now I bring it up to boiling, and here's the key. Once it hits the boil, reduce to a gentle simmer. This is a myth with porridge, thinking higher heat equals faster food, but with milk in the pot, strong heat can scorch the bottom. Milk solids can catch and you end up with that faint burnt taste that ruins the whole thing. So boil to kick the thickening into gear, then gently simmer for creaminess. At this point I'm whisking periodically, not constantly, and you'll see me do a few spoon checks. This is the bit that matters. Texture beats timing, because your oats might be slightly different, your pan might be different, your heat might be different, so instead of obsessing over a stopwatch, you watch what the porridge is doing. So I lift a spoonful and let it fall. If it drops like soup, it needs more time. If it drops like cement, don't panic, just loosen with a splash of water or milk. This is not a chemistry exam, it's just breakfast. You'll also see the chia seeds clearly in the final texture, and that's exactly what I want. Creamy porridge with a bit of bite, and the chia gives it a subtle thickness that feels really satisfying. And here's the other unique selling point. This makes 2 really good sized bowls from half a cup of oats total. That's a 1/4 of a cup per person. just 25 grams of oats. People sometimes hear that and think it can't possibly be enough. But once oats and chia are properly hydrated, they increase in volume, they hold water, and they feel substantial. You're not trying to eat a bucket of dry oats. You're trying to eat a well-cooked bowl. Right, final texture check. This is the one I'm looking for. It's creamy, thick, drops off the spoon smoothly, not watery, keeps its shape quite well. And now we serve 2 bowls. And that's breakfast sorted. And before I go, a quick word on the Planet YouTube scaremongering. You'll see the term magic bullet foods a lot, and you'll also see the demon seed foods, sometimes in the same week from the same kind of channels. Irritates me no end. Oats aren't magic, and they're not poisonous either. They're just food. They have good old-fashioned starch and the desired beta-glucan soluble fibre. They are one of the most nutrient-dense grains on planet Earth and tend to keep people full because they hold water and digest slower than sugary stuff. If porridge suits you, brilliant, enjoy it. If it doesn't suit you, also fine, eat something else. But we don't need a conspiracy theory to explain breakfast, do we? And if you're someone who has to think about blood sugar, digestion, or whatever else, that's real life. You'll already know you adjust what you eat based on how your body responds and what your medical condition is, or you should. For everyone else, keep it simple. Cook real, natural food. Watch your portions. Don't let the algorithm turn breakfast into a moral crisis. Tell me in the comments how you like your porridge, and do you listen to the scaremongery surrounding porridge? And if you've got POV filming tips, I am genuinely all yours, because I'm improving this every video, hopefully. Right, see you in the next one.